Hello friends, I am Kapil Bhandari, faculty of ASET Institute of Technology, Chennai. So guys, in today's video, we're actually going to discuss about confined space. First of all, we'll let you know what is the meaning of a confined space. Afterwards, we'll discuss the types of confined space and what are all the hazards that are present in a confined space, as well as we are going to discuss the safety precautions which will be associated with the confined space. So video is going to be very informative for you. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, so kindly subscribe it so you can get these type of informative videos in the upcoming future. Okay, fine guys. So confined space, if you go to the definition, confined space is any space that is not designed for continuous working occupancy. It means it is not designed for continuous working. Any guy or any person cannot work inside that space for continuous period. Okay, so it will be called as confined space. So here you can see one image. Okay, it is basically a tunnel or it's a pipeline. Okay, whatever it is, but majorly looks like a pipeline because tunnel will be very big in comparison of that. So now I can divide this particular confined space into two major types. First is partially closed, second is fully closed. Okay, if we come to the example of partially closed, it may be your tunnels, it may be your pipelines, heavy pipelines, like for example, uh, you can consider the hydroelectric power plant, tank stock is there, we can consider that also. When we come to the complete closed vessels, means complete closed spaces, that will be examples as pressure vessels, tanks, silos, and all. Multiple examples are there. So it will be called as confined space. Now, if we come to the hazards which are associated with that particular confined space, so hazards are multiple, but depend upon previously what you have stored in a confined space. The hazard which will be associated with the confined space will majorly depend upon previously what you have stored there. Okay, for example, if you are working in an agro industry, okay, there you have stored some sort of grains in a silo. So what are the major hazards that will be present inside that? These are dust explosion hazard, because in the agro we have multiple dust explosions. Okay, so now if we come to the specific hazards, so hazards include fire and explosion. Okay, afterwards engulfment, as well as risk of release of potential gases, multiple. Okay, these are some examples. Now if we come to the safety precautions, those who are all the safety precautions included here. So safety precautions means, first of all, if you want to take the entry inside a confined space, you need to obtain a permit from a recognized person. It may be your safety supervisor, safety officer, it may be anyone. Okay, after taking the permit actually inside the permit there will be one section of testing. Okay, after taking the permit, you just need to take a test of the particular confined space with regards to what are the different types of gases that are present inside there. Okay, after taking that gas, if the particular gases, those whoever is detected inside the space, if it is in sufficient ratio or is in a safe level, okay, so you can get the entry inside there. If it is not, you need to go with the engineering controls, different type of engineering control as well as admin control with the addition of PPEs. Okay. Third, you need to appoint a hole watcher. You can say you can appoint a confined space attendant. What will be the use of that is, whenever you are going inside, okay, he will be contacting you whether you are okay or not. If not, he can contact the emergency teams. Fine. After that, you need to maintain a confined space log sheet. Now, what will happen in the log sheet is they will maintain who are all the persons they are going inside, as well as what are the time duration for them they are going inside, as well as after every 5 to 3 minutes they will be going to check the O2 levels inside the confined space and all. Okay, fine. Next precaution if we come to, it's a barricade. You need to barricade that full area. Okay, so that unauthorized entry can be minimized to that area. As well as if we come to the next point, we can put the signboards over there. Okay, we can put the signboards over there so that people can be informed that some work is going to be carried out there, so they should not take entry inside that. Okay, fine. Now if we come to the next point with regards to particular thing, confined space. Okay, it may include your particular, you can tell the application of hoses, or you can see the application of trunk hose to provide the ventilation inside that space, because sometimes we don't have sufficient O2 inside our spaces. So at that time we need to use different type of control measures to provide sufficient oxygen level inside that. Fine. If we come to the next, after completing our proper work, okay, we need to make sure that we have done housekeeping over there, because if housekeeping is not proper there, if that particular latch as well as whole cover is not properly installed, then there may be chances that some children or maybe some sort of animal can go inside that. Okay, and as well as we need to make sure that whatever the equipments, electrical equipments we are using inside that confined space, it should meet the criteria, because as you know that sometimes the flammable vapors may be present inside that. So at that time there is a potential for ignition. So if ignition occurs, that is the worst thing that can ever happen to you. Okay, so we need to make sure that all these precautions before going to before taking the entry inside the confined space. So this is about the confined space, guys. If you have any doubts with regards to this topic, you can put them in comment box. I'll be happy to answer you. So thank you for watching. Have a nice